All right, we're back, and holy schmeckle, Crank must have been having a good stream. Thank you so much, Crank, for the host, and of course resubbing.
Woo!
Hits us up just as we are coming back from the break, which is great. So we might just grab another game instead of getting a little too picky. But 744 viewers, Crank, man, what were you doing? You were doing good, obviously, or doing
Yeah,
well.
that's
Excuse me, but that's a lot of viewers, man. I hope you had a good stream. 28
yeah.
months is also a long time to be sub for. Thanks for flushing money down the toilet 28 months in a row, Crank. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you next week, man.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, again, the self-advertisement. I guess a lot of Koreans don't even know, so that kind of worries me a bit. But for those who don't, just gonna probably mention this every single stream. We're going to Korea on the 13th. I'm gonna be there only until I think like the 20th or something. Zombie Grub's there for like a whole month and a bit. We're going to be casting the Elima League finals live in Korea. That's going to be pretty awesome. And then Zombie Grub's sticking around because she loves Korea so much.
Yep. Just love that Korea.
And now I got to try and set up a chicken date with Parting for the night we're in Seoul.
Yeah, it's gonna be really difficult.
Yeah, hands off my man, by the way. I see you moving in on him, you hussy.
Someone's gonna be in Seoul. Someone's not.
I really want to. For me, the players I'd really like to see the most, I think, are obviously like Crank and the Axiom crew or whatever. But aside from them, Hyun, Byun, obviously, I didn't get to spend any time with him at BlizzCon, which kind of sucked. We had like a good 10-minute hangout session, but then he had to go and get on stage, so that was sad. And then Parting and. Unfortunately, a lot of the other guys, they do want to also see like Patience and Solar and others going to Home Story Cup. So I want to hit up as many of our Korean friends as I can while we're there. I would love to meet alive too, just like high five them for knowing how to make lobbies.
Well, we're gonna see a couple of them at the actual event. So, oh wait, this might not actually be public yet because I know she like sent out to the Patreons.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I didn't.
Yeah. Well, live is definitely going. That wasn't what the tiebreaker was. So that's fine. But like Sue, whatever, is also going. Anyway, the people we're gonna meet there actually maybe we get to talk to because it'll be like somewhat important. So it could be like kind of like, hey, we're casters. Can you let us through to talk to that guy? As opposed to BlizzCon where I had to be someone's girlfriend.
Yeah, you're Maynard's girlfriend. Congratulations on that. Are you guys still together, or how's that going?
It was a whirlwind of emotions for 48 hours. Unfortunately, we are not together anymore.
Oh no, me oh my. Well,
I know the drama.
don't worry, dude. I'll stick on your side. We won't have to split the friends. I'll be with you. Maynard can go back to Australia. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
Hailforce says Crank had a big total biscuit. That's why I had so many viewers. Oh well, that's so awesome, dude. That Crank was able to hold that many viewers. I mean, I love Crank, and it's always good to see him get some stuff. I don't love that Crank and I can't play co-op together though, because for whatever reason, Blizzard doesn't let you take your commander cross server. You should totally be able to take your commander cross server.
Yeah, StarCraft is a global event, man. You have friends in at least Europe, not Korea.
Thank you, Meatpop13, by the way, for the 8-month resub. It says, oh, hi. I will state, by the way, guys, I brought this up when we were at the summit earlier this year during the summer, and I brought it up to a couple of people during BlizzCon, where I really do feel like you should be able to cross-server your co-op commanders, because I don't want to put what is literally hundreds of hours into leveling them all up and getting, like, mastery levels in, like, the 80s plus, and then having to go to Korea and start all over again. Like, it sucks, because I want to play more co-op, but I want to do it with my friends, but I don't want to have to, like, spend another 40 hours grinding out just, like, 2 heroes type thing. So, they've told me on both occasions they'll consider it, but it's not on their priority list. And it's like, I understand.
They didn't want anyone to see me being super gross.
What'd you do? Blow your nose?
I had to blow my nose.
Oh, no! What a disgusting
Yo, that shit gets
act.
super gross, man. You don't just blow your nose, alright? Sometimes it goes wrong and you get like that big old snot that comes out and you gotta like wipe your face and you're just like, man, I hope no one sees me.
Someone looks over, you're just like, I'm an adult, I swear! Just give me a minute!
Yeah, exactly. For so long, when I was younger, I didn't know how to blow my nose. I just be like, I can't. Right now, I can't make the motion. Trust me, I meant to like blow my nose. If I moved my nose, literally, I'd have the same problem. But I would do it, and I wouldn't feel like anything was actually like happening. And then I learned later, like you're supposed to like clog one, right?
Holy moly, we got all these people hosting us, and we don't have any games for them just yet. Thank you, Hero Marine, for the 700 plus viewer host. Actually, I think Hero Marine and Crank almost gave us the exact same number of viewers from those hosts. So hello to Hero Marine's viewers. If you're just joining us, you probably heard Zombie being gross a second ago because of the stream delay, but also we're in the Home Story Cup European 2 qualifiers, and we've actually hit this very awkward part where a lot of players advance to round 3 very quickly and don't have opponents right away. So the ones that do, we're playing by the time we get out of that last series, and the ones who don't, we're waiting to get an opponent. Welmu actually just got an opponent though in BeLord, and I do want to try and cast that. So
that's what I was waiting for.
Welmu. Hey, we want to cast you, please. One was a player I want to see do well. BeLord's actually a surprisingly good Zerg player, so we'll see how that goes. But thank you again, Hero Marine, for the host. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you had a great summer and all that good stuff. Thank you to Sergeant Toast, or Saint Toast, excuse me, for the 9-month resubs. It's 9 months. Is Rifkin my baby boy now? I could be your baby daddy. I don't think I'd be your baby boy unless,
that's not how that works.
You had a baby and named it Rifkin. Then yeah, Rifkin's your baby boy.
By the way, you went like full summer, like school. Just like, I hope you have a good summer.
Well, I mean, he's literally like a kid in school. Oh no, that's right. He came out of school. That's right. No, excuse me. Oh, Hero Marine.
Excuse you.
Forgive me, man. I totally forgot you were done with school.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so Welmu and BeLord are doing Welmu and BeLord are doing vetoes right now. That'll be done here shortly. Someone asked in chat, BaseTradeTV, do you speak Korean? Absolutely not. I have like 5 different apps on my phone right now that I've been downloading for translation purposes. Yeah,
translation purposes. Actually, the Google Translate worked pretty well when you the picture one. I didn't test the audio one because I don't think it'll work that well. But the text, you just hold it up and then take a picture and it reads it.
Okay,
that's pretty useful. Do you know how to say yes and no?
No.
Okay, yes is easier than no. But yes
Why?
Is just... Because yes is just nay.
But that sounds like no. Like, do you want something? Nah.
Nah. Yeah, actually. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like maybe I just learned this from watching enough Korean dramas that their no sounds very no. I don't know how to explain it. It just sounds like something you're like, but it's 안녕. And you just like, I don't know, it's always how they say it that I always like, oh, that means no. The way they act when they say it.
First map's New Gettysburg, by the way. Get you to host that
okay.
up. The other question was, well, did you both go to BlizzCon? What a chance we'll ever see you two on the main stage? First off, if you haven't been following my Twitter, dude, like every time we go to events, I tweet like crazy pictures because it's my own, like Twitter's my photo album. So yeah, we went to BlizzCon. There's tons of pictures if you want to take a look at them. And will we ever see us on the main stage? I want to say at this point, I'm not really thinking about that, to be honest. I'll say no because of reasons that you guys, unfortunately, I can't tell you publicly, but I don't think we're worried about getting on the main stage either anymore. I think it was a dream for a bit, and it'd be cool to have happen, but the reality is there's a lot of politics involved with casting, some of which I don't care to play. Anyways, we're in the lobby. Welmu versus BeLord. This will be a PvZ, and we're just making sure any other casters that need in don't get left out before we get this party started. I should mention, I was discussing with Zombie about this. Somewhere in the day, probably in about 2 hours or so, I'm going to need to take about a half-hour break on my end. She's going to take over the stream and solo cast for a little bit, but we have a fairly important check I need to go get deposited so we can afford to go to Korea, and I need to take advantage of the nice weather while I can.
Yep, before it monsoons again. Okay, I guess by okay you meant ready. And there we go, oh my god.
Meet Pop 13, I'm pretty sure we gave you a shout out, dude. 3 months in a row?
Yeah, definitely. Because I was thinking of Meat Popsicle.
Yeah. I'm like 99% sure we gave this guy a shout out, but just in case.
No, you definitely did.
Well, to make up for the other 2 he allegedly missed, Meet Pop 13, thank you for the 6-month resub. Meet Pop 13, oh man, thank you for the 7-month resub. And then coming in just now, Meet Pop 13, thank you for the 8-month resub of Saving Esports. Hopefully that makes up for it, man. But okay, let's get into it. Spawning in the bottom left side of the map in this brand new best of 3, we've got the green Zerg player, BeLord.
What is his decal? A cartoon.
It's like an alligator. See you later, alligator.
Dinosaur lizard thing. Dragon? Maybe. In the bottom right, as the red Protoss, he is Welmu.
In a while, crocodile.
What?
It's like all the goodbyes.
Huh?
Like, see you later, alligator. See you in a while,
Yeah, see you later.
crocodile.
I don't think I've heard "see ya" in a while, crocodile.
Really?
Pretty sure. Yeah, I don't remember that.
There's like
I've definitely heard you say, like, or anyone say, "see you later, alligator."
Dude, there's a ton. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. Like, so long, King Kong.
Nope. But it wasn't in rhyming nearly as much as you were, I guess.
Oh man, this is like actually. I remember there's like literally like 100 of these as a kid. I can't remember most of them right now. Like, take care, polar bear. Later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. So long, King Kong. See you soon, kangaroo. No, raccoon. I don't know. That's all I got. I can't remember the rest of them.
Well, it was an amazing experience. Thank you for
It was a journey.
giving me more knowledge.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you to Patent for the 6-month resubs. Just keep up the good work. Thank you guys for the resubs. Quick reminder, by the way, we are past the point now where Twitch Prime subs are starting to expire. So if you're actually using Amazon Prime and you didn't just get on that 30-day free hype trial thing, please make sure to consider resubscribing to BaseTradeTV or your other favorite content producers, because again, it's not an auto renew system, and if you use Twitch Prime at any point, even if it's to refresh your resub, so like, you know, you sub for Twitch Prime when you're 33 months, it's still not going to auto renew. You're going to have to apply that manually afterwards. So got a lot of hype yesterday. I'm not trying to beg for subs or anything right now, just reminding you guys, please, if you are using Twitch Prime, to whether it's us or anyone else, resub your favorite content creators. It's a big deal. It's a real big deal.
Yep. Someone says, can't you just deposit a check via phone image now? And I've seen that, and I think my bank does it, but I don't know.
So
Not every bank does it.
I would say if I didn't live in a little farm town where I literally have cows for neighbors, that would probably be an option.
Maybe. And it depends on the branch, doesn't it? Like, not everyone.
Yeah, probably.
Plus, it seems so weird to be able to do that. I don't know, man. Well, anyway. I have to sneeze.
Okay, well, while you do that and then disgustingly blow your nose or whatever afterwards, Welmu is going to be just kind of checking around with the adepts right now. If he sees an opening, he might just transfer through, but really probably going to just cancel that, meet up with the other adept and maybe attack.
Oh, that felt really good. Cleared up my nose holes. So, it's Gettysburg.
The opposed. Okay.
And, it's acting like New Gettysburg, basically. I mean, not much aggression going down here, and BeLord getting away with, like, 3 hatches super, super quick. 3 adepts is more than usual, I want to say, at this time. And that's a little scary. It makes a couple more lings. Yeah, I mean, these could, in a mineral line, definitely target fire down a few drones. Got a micro, though. Down to 2.
Warp gate just completed behind us. I do want to point out the Overlord's just been chilling the natural this whole time, so he sees the Robo, he sees the Chrono Boost on the Resonating Glaives, has an idea of what's going on, but yeah, not too many workers die for this. For Welmu's sake, I mean, it's not devastating to lose these first couple of adepts, but I'm kind of expecting that to be more like 5 drones killed or something, more than just 2 or 3. Now there's a considerable amount of slow lings chasing down the middle of the map. BeLord does not have speed on the way soon, so it's not something Welmu's going to have to be too worried about. And BeLord, of course, we know is just droning behind this.
Yeah. When I said New Gettysburg, I mean, Welmu probably going to go up to a 3rd base, right? Because actually not much happening in his main base. It's all in the natural, which looks really funny.
It looks like Archon unfriendly is what it looks like.
Yeah, but that's certainly true. There's only 2 pylons powering everything. And there's an Overlord right there, which I think is the funniest part. He's kept the militia core for so long, the Zola's just been like, okay, I know exactly what's happening. So he knows the exact timing when the Adepts move out. I mean, it's a very standard build. It's not like a surprise. He could have been able to guess this, but still having an Overlord there is always really nice.
Yeah, and getting away with it for so long, too. Okay, the Adept's going to warp into the Warp Prism. It looks like we have a two-pronged attack, but Welmu is getting hatchery blocked out here. This is kind of cute. We saw this used yesterday. Really cleverly, too, in my opinion. Thank you, Devin Wolf, by the way, for the 25-month resub. And just now, say hi...
Toombot?
Tombot? Say hi, Tombot.
Say hi, Tombot. Okay.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Toombot.
I know, that looked like say hi, I'm a bot or something.
Yeah, or hi to my bot, but, you know, whatever. Quite a few drones go down to the main. This is not bad harassment for only 2 Adepts, and of course, promise of future harassment later on as the Warp Prism still lives. And, you know, behind all this, Welmu is getting a 3rd base. I mean, I definitely say that New Gettysburg, I want to say, like, the most popular build for it is that Stargate opener into, like, even a faster 3rd base. But if this can actually do a lot of damage to the economy, then more power to Welmu to even get farther ahead. And it's happening, actually. One was at 55 probes, BeLord just went down to 42. And he not only has, you know, lost drones, but he also was making army. So he's just now catching back up.
Oh, this little prism goes back in. It may just try and warp in, or it might just be the boat out. Either way, BeLord's been pretty quick to respond and pulling these drones away, and he's not been losing too much carelessly. A lot of the times he loses because, well, one was reaching for him. That being said, though, BeLord's also not really accomplishing a lot right now. And I don't mean in terms of like he's doing something bad, but we don't have him moving towards that spire. We've just had pure roaches coming at him. It's just gonna be pure roaches, maybe a couple lings, maybe a couple ravagers. Welmu is very well set to deal with that.
Well, the Warp Prism gets back into the main base. This is usually where we do see, I mean, the Roach Ravager, yeah, we usually see a Baneling Nest, but if not a Baneling Nest, then that's Spire, right? And we're actually not seeing anything from BeLord's lair quite yet, except, of course, the Roach Speed. Now this, I mean, of course, the mistake we saw yesterday in a few games was just someone, who was that? The sticking on, oh, it was Bly, that's right, on Dazzling Station, just sticking on roaches for like way too long.
Yeah.
That doesn't really be a problem for Zergs. One I didn't expect BeLord to have as he pushes in here, but I do feel like Welmu has the proper unit composition to deal with what is just roaches and ravagers. Handful of things. And once again, like, barely any upgrades.
I never really made this connection before. Well, I'll hold that thought for a second. Big attack on the right side of the map. Force fields go down, roaches get locked in. The Immortals, of course, on 4 are going to be more than enough to take these on. Pylons finishing up, going to get overcharged if at all possible. Waste 1, but not a big deal. And BeLord's going to back away from this. But BeLord, unfortunately, because his army is so roach heavy, these Immortals are going to be the greatest thing that Welmu could hope to have.
Yeah, the Force is certainly going to help out as well. But I'm really shocked that BeLord decided to go for this. It's one thing to have, you know, 20 drones die, but you killed like 4 warpings of Adepts, and you counterattack, right? We've seen that happen enough times. That's not what really happened, so I'd be surprised if BeLord's all in here. It isn't all in at this point. It actually works. I mean, he's on 49 drones, 3 bases, on, you know, pretty inferior tech as the game goes on. Welmu even brings back that Warp Prism to help micro his Immortals. There's no way that BeLord actually wins with this push.
No, I don't think
he's 30 supply up, so I guess I shouldn't say no way, you know, if Welmu messes up his micro, if his Immortals get sniped, but...
Well, the thing is, Welmu's got weapon upgrades, too, going into this.
Yeah, well, I like upgrades and just Immortals, basically. I do give this army an advantage, despite what the numbers say, but it is also something to do with position, for sure. You know, the Force Fields are now out. Actually, Corrosive Bios just hit a lot of the Sentries and Immortals, and that was a Warp Prism that tried to help him out there, but those Immortals are still alive, chunking through all the roaches and only Ravage left over.
The one walking in the files after saving 2, a little bit awkward, but yeah, the army ends up crushing it here, and the resources lost still maybe favoring Welmu, but he's gonna go for the counterattack, and that could get turned around. At this point, though, making all like so many roaches, I almost wonder if just pure Ling dedication would be better.
It might have been. I mean, certainly like 30 Lings surrounding some of this army and just better Corrosive Bios could have been helpful. But I don't know about Welmu pushing into creep quite yet. He's gonna work on more sentries to help him out. I also don't know about BeLord pushing into the Protoss army, though. Whoever was the aggressive one is probably gonna do worse off. BeLord just lost a good chunk of his army again. And now I think Welmu's comfortable pushing on the grave.
And it's feeling really good for Welmu too. He doesn't really have a lot to threaten him. He is eating a lot of these corrosive biles, but in the process he'll taking down queens. The immortals have their barriers getting knocked down, but he's picking them up in that war prison. That's why they're jumping to the back line looking like they got blink. And what's this, like 16 kills on one, 12, 14. Like they all have a ton of kills on them. This one immortal even has 19.
They're pretty impressive immortals. BeLord trying to survive with only roaches on the way out and lings. It is actually very odd, I would say, to see this type of Zerg play on New Gettysburg. Usually New Gettysburg, a fair map for Zergs to get a very powerful early to mid-game economy going, provided that, you know, for us doesn't do anything all-in-y. And then they go for like those huge power attacks with Roach Ravager Baneling. Later, a little bit later, but I would say more powerful. Here it was earlier, but it felt a lot less powerful.
Congratulations to Welmu to take that first game in this best of 3. I would like to give a big thank you to Logan, who just resubbed for 25 months. Been around the channel for a while. Big love to you, dude. And I know there's someone else that said it. The bot said they subbed, but I didn't see it happen, and that's been happening a lot lately. So I don't actually know if those are real subs or not. But thank you regardless, because nothing else is picking it up. Feels bad, man. That being said, guys, we're going to hit up a small 2-minute break since it's been about 25 minutes since our last commercial break while we get into game number 2. So stick around. I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, guys, we are back, and it's game number 2 in this best of 3 for the Homestart Cup 14 European qualifiers. You're watching BaseTradeTV, and spawning here on the bottom left side, we got the green Zerg player, BeLord.
In the top right, as the red Protoss, he is Welmu.
Welmu, of course, currently up 1-0 in the series. Nothing too crazy in that regard, and BeLord might just be able to bring it back, but that was a pretty nice game out of Welmu, and I'm going to say pretty convincing too. I'm not going to say one-sided or anything quite like that, but Welmu really hit that hard towards the end of it, and when he had the strat going with the Immortals, he wasn't even controlling them perfectly. You know, he was eating a lot of Corrosive Biles, the sentries weren't surviving, things just went badly for him, and he was still able to push through with relative ease.
There was quite a few Corrosive Bile shots that landed into the heart of the army, but I don't think there was enough to be like catastrophic. There was never like 7 Corrosive Biles that hit in the heart of the army, only 2 or 3. But Welmu did defend against what was an all-in. I still question the all-in just in general. He might have thought that there was more dedication to the Adepts than there really was, or that Welmu would have like messed up his macro or something like that. Because if you can hit a type of all-in like that all-in before they've gotten the 4th Immortal, before they added on the extra 4 gateways, before they get the pylons in the middle of the natural and the 3rd, then yeah, I guess that can work. But it hit like a good 30 seconds after the 5th Immortal even came out, after the gateways had finished, and Welmu was totally prepared for it. Frost cross spawn, you would think would give another chance for BeLord to go for more of the later but super like amazing army composition that we've been seeing. I mean, those Sioux games versus all the Protosses he played against, just rolling with Banelings non-stop. But BeLord, I mean, maybe just he's stuck in what, February 2016, where it was just Roach Ravager all in after Roach Ravager all in. Actually, I haven't seen this guy for a while, I guess. It's pretty consistent. Like, round of 16, round of 32.
Yeah, it's like earlier this year, even like.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't remember when, but I know he's a decent Zerg player, so I'd be really surprised if Welmu like takes him down super easily, because it certainly wasn't last game Welmu just being like an amazing god. Again, like there was a couple of points where he just kind of was like, I'm gonna win, let's do this, whatever. It was just BeLord in all-in not looking very good, which makes a player look very bad sometimes when they're really not.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way, to Mont3 Core for the 28-month resub. He ace 1, ace 2s with a nice little ace in between, as well as just now Caught Life for the 9-month resub. Says, all hail the new leader of the free world. No comments. So, by the way, speaking of ace DA, some people don't know, DA stands for dead ass, because that's the face Sky apparently makes when she sees dead ass. But it was really nice seeing Sky this weekend, aka the face of ACDA. She was at BlizzCon, and I wasn't expecting to see her. I don't know, for whatever silly reason, I just assumed like because Polt wasn't going, she wouldn't be. But of course, she is her own human being and not tied to Polt. So it was really nice seeing her at the after party.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had the pleasure of meeting her, by the way? She is just like the funniest, weirdest, greatest person.
I didn't know that it meant for dead ass.
Yeah, I said, what do you want to call it? And she says, I don't know, dead ass. I'm like, why? She's like, because that's the face I make when I see dead ass. I'm like, oh, okay. If you'd like it to be that, that's not a problem.
Why is BeLord getting such bad delay?
Where's he playing from? That's the real question.
Interesting. Well, that certainly sucks for him. And it might add to some frustrations that lead to, you know, like maybe some missed macros, sure, but more like questionable decisions if you're constantly frustrated.
Well, then, like, not competing in the losers bracket, for example, too. If you just like, screw it. And this is the last qualifier, so.
Yeah, I think. I wonder if BeLord was that person yesterday. I didn't really make a mental note of who it was, but someone mentioned, like, oh, I don't want to be in the losers bracket. Like, they're nice enough to say it, which a lot of other players did not, but because they're experiencing so much delay.
Ooh.
So
Hard Revenge actually ends up bringing up a good point in chat. I wish I could give you extra partoofs for not wearing pants, dude, but there's no way to have the bot verify and track that.
That's true. That's true. I mean, say you could send it a picture, but I don't think the bot wants that.
Nor do I. Although that is my favorite color.
No pants. I get it. Well, it looks like Welmu is doing a similar build to last game.
Rip.
The War Prism is on the way. And that's just it. Alright.
I think between the lag spikes and the latency plus Welmu just getting there as quick as he did, that was not going to be a game for him to play.
Wasn't happening. That sucks.
No, very unfortunate to have a player lose like that, but again, he's got some time to maybe fiddle around with the losers bracket. I'm not sure if he'll try and compete or not. Again, I believe it's 3 players qualify through, 2 from the top, 1 from the bottom, as we saw yesterday. Quick shout out to Take TV and Dares, because Dares, of course, our admin working with Take TV to help facilitate the brackets. They are being pretty savage with the losers bracket, so to speak. It's like a 5-minute walkover, grace period, and all these things, so they really want to make sure that it's moving along and doesn't get hung up like we've seen in the past. So while Welmu does advance, he goes on to fight against the winner of Kaup or Dr. Yogo. Doctor. We'll find out how that goes a little bit later. I was hoping to follow him a bit more smoothly, but I don't think anyone expected like basically a 1-0 into a somewhat tap out. Other than this, Braddock is currently playing against someone named Nerazim. He has an opponent named Ghost afterwards. We may be able to catch some of that. Zanster waiting for Zhugliang. I mean, it might be a ZVZ, but that might not be a bad one either.
Blue Cheese actually might kill. Oh god, beat Zhugliang.
Maybe, yeah. Koss in the brackets too should be a pretty good contender. I don't know, guys. We'll have some more matches coming for certain, but I guess we're gonna pop off to a small break while we try and wait for one. As again, that series went by far too quickly to time out with any other series. I guess the last thing for me to talk about as well, this is just, it has nothing to do with the politics side of things, but I made this joke tweet last night that everyone really liked, and I guess it's a real big problem. But if you use Skype, stop clicking on fucking links people are sending you, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not from LinkedIn, they're not from legitimate websites, okay? I remember, I think it was either you or Olivia or somebody this week at BlizzCon was like, I've had like 2 people message me with these links. Are you guys getting these too? I'm like, 2? I've had like half my freaking Skype list message me with these stupid links because they've been stupid enough to click on them, right? So I'm not sure what's going on with people that suddenly they forgot that there's bad links on the internet or not, but quit clicking those links, please. Because I'm going to start unadding the people who give me these links, because if you're too stupid to click those things, you're probably too stupid to be my friend, okay? This is a Rifkin rant of frustration. Because I woke up this morning with 11 new messages on Skype, like 8 of which were the freaking links from people I haven't talked to in like a year and a half. Ah!
Oh, a new link? Let me click it.
Yeah. So
I love LinkedIn.
It's just
I want to go to
the
there.
small rant. I guess other than this, guys, we're not done with the stream or anything. But I'm gonna give a quick shout out to our YouTube channel. Again, we have subscriber-only VODs on for Twitch, but YouTube.com/BaseTradeTV. You can watch them all for free. They're usually up within 24 hours, but of course, Nice Username does have a real-life job he's got to attend to as well, so he just does them as quick as he can when he can. And of course, Zombie Rob and I both have our own personal channels. We'll be probably posting vlog stuff on while we're in Korea, so be good stuff to check out there. But we're gonna go to a small break. Hopefully this one won't be too long. Hopefully we'll find a game sooner than later. So stick around, guys. More of the Home Story Cup, 14 European qualifiers when we return.